In this video we're going to show you how to run a progression run and what the benefits of them are based on experience I've gained as a sub 20 minute 5k runner. We will show you best first attempt at a progression run as part of our half marathon training, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow us along. So we're here for a progression run at Leasowe Lighthouse. So what is a progression run? So a progression run is going to be like your middle of the road run. It's not your fast run, it's not your slower pace runs, it fits bang in the middle of your training. So what you do is you start off slowly. So you start off at a really slow pace, probably a little bit slower than your easy run pace. You're then going to run the run, and every kilometre you're going to speed up slightly. There's different ways of running the progression run. You can run it at higher intensities, lower intensities. However, today we're going to be running it where every kilometre we increase the pace. So we're going to be running at roughly 10 kilometres and we're going to increase that 10 times. So by the time we get to the end, we should be running at best 5k pace roughly. So the beauty of a progression run is that there's no hard or fast rules to it. The ultimate goal of a progression run is that you start off slow and you finish off faster at the end. So however, you can incorporate them into your longer runs as well. So making your longer runs a bit more fun by increasing the speed every kilometre, or say every mile. If you want to do it in miles, you'll slowly start to get a little bit faster, which is going to simulate if you want to run a marathon or a half marathon in negative splits. So you're going to teach your body how when you get towards the end of a run, you're running that little bit faster and with a little bit of a harder effort, so it simulates the kind of run that you want to do on the day. So what are the benefits of a progression run? So with them, they're less intimidating. So for you beginners out there who want to start doing a little bit of different running than just going out there and running, they're less intimidating than going to a track doing 400 metre sprints, which are really difficult workouts. With these, you can start off really slow, gradually increase the pace throughout your run. They're going to give you some similarities to your interval training. However, what they're going to do is, because they're not as harsh as interval training, you're not going to have the recovery time that's involved in them. So for beginners, they're a perfect workout to try and do something that little bit different than just going out and doing 5k's, 10k's, your longer runs. 2, it builds a warm up into your run. So all you need to do before you start is do some light stretches, do a little bit of some sprints, some dynamic warm up. So your warm up is built into that first couple of kilometres as you're running nice and steadily as you would on a run. 3, it teaches you to pace a little bit smarter. So on the run, you're obviously going to be starting off slower and you're going to be gradually increasing that pace all the way up to the end. So for your races, it's going to teach you how to pace them out, and you're not going to go out all guns blazing, be absolutely knackered by the time you get to halfway, and it'll just help you with them paces as you're doing your races. Oh. It gets you more comfortable with pushing towards the end of your runs. So obviously you're going to start off slower, as I've said before, but towards the end you are going to be pushing at some sort of in between 5 and 10k pace. So it's going to get your legs rotating faster towards the end of a race, and it's basically going to help your mind, where you know at the end of a race you've got that little bit left where you've conserved the energy and you've got that sprint finish in you ultimately, where you're going to get to that finish line faster in your races. So where do you do your progression runs? So the beauty of a progression run is you can do it ultimately anywhere. All you're doing is a longer style run, or in the middle, where you're then going to increase your pace. So anywhere you can go out running, anywhere that's nice and looks nice like it will do today, you can go out there, increase your pace every kilometre. So what do you wear on a progression run? You just wear your longer style trainers. You don't need to go out all fast, so you don't need your fast carbon plated shoes or your 5k shoes. Just put what's comfy on, go out, do your 10 or 15k, increase the pace every kilometre, see how you get on. And another benefits of them is, when you look at your graph on Strava, it's going to look really pretty. You go all the way up like this. So there's some benefits of the progression run, and now it's time for us to get ours done, and someone's going to join us. Here she is. Little sick note.
I know, I'm better now. I've been ill for about 2 weeks straight.
She hasn't been able to train for a week or two, so we're out getting her first progression run done. See how she gets on with it, because it's the first time she's ever going to have done one of these. See if we can keep dropping that kilometre pace. Plus, because everyone wants me to run in kilometres, we're going to try and run in kilometres today. So there's another first. Mike is not running in miles, he's running in kilometres.
I'm still running in miles. I will always be a miles girly.
So God knows how we're going to get on with it. But we're here at Leasowe Beach. We're going to be running all the way along the waterfront down to New Brighton, which you can see where the cranes are in the distance, if you can see that, and back. So it should be just over 10 kilometres.
Should we just walk here instead? Should we not do a run?
A few moments later.
So we're on kilometre 1. We've just started. We're starting at 6:23 kilometre pace, and I believe by looking at my pace chart, that's about just over 10-minute miles for anyone that's running differently. Hopefully the minutes per miles people don't start having a go at me and I have to go back to minutes per mile. So we're going to try and run in kilometres. Going to give it another whirl, see if I can get on with it, get my mind round running in these kilometres. But as you said before, Beth's been really ill, haven't you, Beth?
Yeah.
So the half marathon training, so after took another pause. So first of all, we had the shin splint issues, and now if anyone recently has had this flu-like, what would you call it?
Like COVID on utter steroids.
Yeah.
Is all I can say. So
I've had it a little bit, but not as bad as Beth. And I managed to get the training. Beth hasn't been able to leave bed.
I had a little couch potato for about 2 weeks.
So I'm going to try and rejoin you every kilometre. We'll try and drop the pace by 10 seconds every kilometre. So kilometre 1 is done, just under 6:20 per kilometre. I'm going to try and drop it down now to 6:10. So we're going to try and do 10 seconds every kilometre until we've done our 10k and we're back to the car. So we've just got past kilometre 2. Now it's time to come down to about 6 minutes a kilometre. And as I said, we'll gradually slow it down based on our best feeling, so we finish it stronger than we started it. It's doing well up to now. Just took a jacket off. It's quite warm today. Probably the first warm run we've done, which is amazing. So summer is finally getting here.
It's on its way.
Kilometre 3. So we're running now about 5:50 per kilometre. That's good, going well. Struggling a bit after having this sickness a little bit, so we might just slow them down a little bit more. As I said before, these progression runs, you can do them however you see fit. In the middle of the road, they're not about absolutely smashing as fast as you can. So there's something a little bit different than your easy runs, and there's something you can fit into the middle. So we can play about with them. We might drop them by 5 seconds every kilometre, just as best first run back in a week or 2. Kilometre 4. So but now I'm going to drop it down just a little bit less. Probably we've done about 5:55 then, so we'll drop it to about 5:50, maybe just below. It's a bit sandy. It's quite a hilly route we chose today. It's a bit more of a trail run for the road run, but it's pretty. So if you're enjoying our content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to us. Beth is really trying on this training. She's going to really try and get this sub 2 hour half marathon in a couple of weeks. Whether we can or not, that'll be seen. However, the video is going to be absolutely amazing. So make sure you follow us to see it. Kilometre 5. So we turn around, heading back towards the lighthouse. So now time just to slowly increase the pace, get us back faster than we got here. Nothing major. We don't want to have large amounts of recovery. This is just a different way of training, a slightly longer run. How are you getting on?
Alright, as the run goes on, I'm losing more and more layers. Not unless to take off that, by the way. Feeling okay, my chest is a bit tight, but just trying to get through it. I think meat root Beth is well and truly here. I think my face is absolutely bright red, but it doesn't matter.
So the weather, I think it has turned. It's lovely, lovely weather to run in again. So we're also then doing me winters training runs.
We are slightly running into the wind now. There's been no wind the whole way, which was lovely.
It's nice, not too cold, not too warm. And get back to you in kilometre 6. Kilometre 6 done. So now we're going to try and drop it down to 5:40 per kilometre. As I said, just slowly widen that pace down, and then we'll finish the last kilometre quite strong, as if you would on a race. So your 5 or your 10k, or even your half marathon if you like to finish it faster than you started. So all these runs are about is learning to teach your body to run at different paces during different stages of a run. Kilometre 7, so it's now dropping it down to 5:35. She managed to get that one just below 5:40. So she's smashing this progressive run, even though it's not the 10 seconds we started off with. The illness she's had obviously affected the cardiovascular system more than we thought it would. So it's about adapting, just adapt the training. We'll come back next week, we'll be stronger next week, won't we, Beth? But for the first progression run, it's going really well. Kilometre 8, Beth found her legs and went off. A little bit quick on that one, however, now we've got to go that little bit faster again, so I bet you she regrets it. However, we've only got 2 kilometres to go. I'm sure she's got that in her legs.
Yep.
So rejoin you the last kilometre, see what pace we're at. This one, we're going to try and do 5 minutes. We're going to try and do 5 kilometre pace to 5 minutes per kilometre and see how we get on. Kilometre 10.
10.
So we're going to try and go sub 5 minute kilometres on this one. Get the last kilometre in like it's the end of a race. Come on, Beth. Just to the lighthouse in the distance.
So close, yet so far.
And then we finished. So, as you said, guys, just try and get your paces down gradually all the way to that last one. Simulate your race finish, and then come race day, you'll know what pace to run at. So there's Beth's first progression run done. As I said, the first 5 kilometres pretty easy, like a warm-up. Second 5k a little bit harder, but not as hard as the threshold runs, the 400 metres and the hill sprints, etc. However, it's done. How did you find it?
I'm ready for bed. Oh, that was hard.
So If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, give us a comment down below, let us know how you're getting on with your training now the summer's here and you can finally run later into them nights, the nice evening sunset runs. And make sure you subscribe to the channel there. Thanks for watching, see you next week. Bye.